2, we're about to do a ranking of fast foods. For Arby's, I'd probably do. I pretty much only like their chicken sandwiches and their mozzarella sticks are pretty good. But other than that, I'd probably give them about a D tier, which honestly, I never see anybody at Arby's, so I honestly don't even know how they're even open. All American food, I've actually never eaten there, but I would like to try it one day. Is that Baja Fresh Mexican Grill? I don't think I've tried it. And if I did, it wasn't memorable, so I never had it. Blimpie never had it either. Bojangles. I actually got a funny story about Bojangles. One day, me and my dad was going to Bojangles, and we were going to get some chicken. And they told us that they didn't have no chicken left, but the only chicken that they could cook for us would take 45 minutes. So we said, all right, cool. We'll wait for the chicken. Then they came back and told us, well, they still got to let it marinate for like an hour, so it'll take another hour. And then we still said yeah. And then after a while, they just kept coming back and saying more and more time kept adding on. So eventually we left. But whenever we did eat Bojangles, it was actually pretty good. And I think that their breakfast is probably top tier. I love their steak biscuits and their chicken biscuits. I'll probably put them B, but they could have went down to a C or D just because of that one experience. So, and then is that Boston Market? I've never had it. Might try it one day. Burger King. I've had bad experiences with Burger King. Pretty much just me and my granddad were going to go and get some Burger King after work, and we went to every other fast food place, and they were pretty much all closed, so they had really long lines. So we finally got to Burger King. And once we got to Burger King, they told us that we could order, so we ordered. The line was easily long, but this one somehow had a drive-through where you could only go in and out through that one line. So you couldn't actually like turn around or go out like a different way. It was just a one way in. That's it. You had to go in and you had to go out. So me and him got stuck. We were sitting there for like 30 minutes and we were just pissed. And then finally my granddad had got out the car and started yelling and something to come the fuck on. And then there was this lady had walked out and she said, yeah, y'all been waiting for y'all's food for 30 minutes too? Yeah, my granddad started talking to her too, and it was just funny as hell, man. But for their food wise, I'd probably give them, I like their Whopper. I've had a few other things. Their onion rings are amazing. Like really, really good. And their onion ring sauce too is really good. So I'd probably give them C tier. Just because I don't really like the breakfast that much. Raisin Canes. Or is it Raisin Canes? I don't really even know. But I've never had it. But I do want to try it one day. Carl's Jr. is basically a Hardee's on the East Coast. But with Hardee's, I like their breakfast. Like their small like hash browns. I like their steak biscuit. That's probably my most favorite biscuit in the whole world, honestly. And if you have it, you get freaking brownie points at me. But Hardee's or Carl's, I'll do. I don't know, man, because they're like their lunch and stuff. I don't know. It just doesn't taste good. So I really can't give it a really high score. I think it's got to go with the Burger King and Arby's, honestly. Checkers is probably one of my favorite ones. Checkers, me and my grandma, my papa, whenever I was a kid, we used to go stay up there with them, and they'd always bring us there, and like we drive up there, we get out and go and order at the windows, sit at little benches and eat, and it just brings back good times. But the food's really good. It's like, man, it's top tier. I'd probably have to put it like, man, like A tier. It's really, really good. I love their chili cheese dogs. I love all their burgers. I love all of it. It's just freaking A tier, man. It's not GOAT tier, but it's definitely A tier. Chick-fil-A, A tier. Doesn't matter. It might be controversial, but me, Chick-fil-A is amazing. My sister and her husband goes there pretty much 3-4 times a day. And man, Chick-fil-A's, and it's elite. Usually I get the, what's it called? The spicy chicken deluxe combo, and get the Chick-fil-A sauce, and I'll get like a large sweet tea with light ice, and that's just, it hits. It's just amazing, man. It's really, 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 really good. Chipotle, I'm not a big fan. but it's still good if you don't get certain things. Like if you get, let's say if you go there and you try to order you a bowl, which is usually what I do. I'll do like chicken or steak with the rice. I'll do beans sometimes, but usually I do black beans more often. Do the lettuce, sour cream, tomato, cheese. I don't get the queso. That's where the red flag comes up. The queso, it just has this weird taste where it just like tastes like they spiked it with something, man. It just tastes horrible. It's got that weird like aftertaste to it, and I don't even know how you even mess up queso. Man, it's just I don't know. It's just not that good to me. And fajita veggies, yeah, I do not like those at all. They're horrible. Uh, I don't think they season or cook it enough, or I don't know. It's just I've had pretty bad experiences there, so I'd probably put it D tier. That might be controversial with some people because I know a lot of people like Chipotle, but me personally, I'd put it D tier because I'd rather Moe's before that, which I'll actually go towards Moe's now since we're talking about it. Moe's, I love it because they have nachos, they have burritos, they have all of it, man. And I feel like their queso is 10 times better. Meat and rice, beans, cheese, everything just tastes way better. And I just love it. Every time I go there, I get the nachos. They load it down for me. Guacamole on top too, which to piggyback on Chipotle, the guac there is really good too. But Moe's, I like the queso there, and I like everything else there. Like I've never had a bad experience with Moe's. So Moe's, I'm gonna have to put that I go B tier. I go B tier, just because their portion sizes have gone down some, and the prices are a little bit higher than Chipotle's. I'm pretty sure, and the portion size was down, so I would put it B tier just because of that. The thing about churches is they're really good, but you gotta go to the really hood spots, and it's just man, church is a hit, but sometimes I don't know, sometimes they close down or it's just in too much of a bad area. But if it is open near you, churches is probably one of the best chicken out there, hands down, one of the best. I'd probably put it, man, their biscuits, their honey butter biscuits are amazing. Chicken is probably the best. Their sides are amazing. I love all of them. Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, all of it. It's just, man, it's amazing. I want to put it A, but I'm leaning towards B because I'm not a big fried chicken type of person. Like I don't like watermelon that much either. It's crazy because I'm black. I'm half black and half white, but I don't know. It's just the fried chicken thing is kind of overrated for me. I mean, it's still good, but I just feel like it's just a little bit overrated. But Churches is still really good though, so I'd probably put it B tier. All right, so Cookout, I know a lot of people don't like it, but me personally, it's like something quick and easy that tastes like it's from a cookout, which that's what's in the name. And dude, they got every shake you can think of. The food's good to me. I like their chicken sandwiches, their burgers, their chili dogs, and again, their shakes are amazing. They got freaking 50 of them. And I love their huge sweet teas. It's freaking amazing. So I'd put it A tier, honestly. I'd definitely put it A tier. Culver's, I had that in Florida. And Culver's is pretty good. I had Culver's and I forgot which burger I got, but I think they do the smash patties, and it was pretty good, but I'd probably give it a C tier. That and Freddy's were kind of the same. Del Taco. The crazy thing about this is that I don't even like fish that much, but their fish tacos are top tier. I don't even like fish, but I like it from there. I feel like the red and green burritos, they're not as good. They're kind of mid. And that's pretty much all I've eaten from there so far. So I'd probably put this D tier. Denny's. I don't really like to go to the dining type of places. It's just not my thing, and I feel like they charge way too much. Denny's, I've been there once or twice. Maybe it wasn't that great of an experience to me. That and IHOP. So I'd probably put Denny's D tier. Since we're talking about IHOP, once at IHOP, me and my granddad, we had went, and basically we had walked in. We just got off of work. We were staying in a hotel or something like that, city that we were working in, and we walked down to IHOP, which is pretty much just right down the street. And we went in there. We had ordered some food. It was good, and then I had ordered a shake. I got a burger. I forgot what he had, but he said that it was pretty good. But when the bill came out, man, it was not worth the freaking amount of money. They robbed us blind, man. Like, I don't know, like the food, it wasn't cooked to like perfection, but it was still good to a certain extent. But I feel like just because they overcharged and the vibe in there wasn't so great and the food wasn't that great, it was probably like a cool 5. I'd put it at D tier. But I'd put Denny's over IHOP though. Domino's Pizza is my favorite pizza place to eat. We don't really eat there a lot, but that's probably my favorite place to eat pizza wise. I'd probably put them B tier. Dairy Queen, I love their flamethrower burgers. Their flamethrower burgers are amazing. Their chicken tenders are really good, and I feel like their blizzards, man, there's so many different types of blizzards and they're all good. So I'd put Dairy Queen probably just off that it brings me childhood memories too. From whenever I would stay over my grandpa and grandma's house, they would take us there, and it just brings up really good times too. So I'd probably put it A tier. El Polo Loco. I've never had it, so I can't really rate it at all. Okay, Firehouse Subs. I had it once, thought it was bland, and I mean the bread was good, but it was just bland. So I mean, it really didn't do anything for me. I like Subway better because of their Italian herb and cheese bread. So I'd probably put Firehouse Subs. Probably, I'm not gonna do it dirty. I'll put it C tier. Subway, I'll do B tier. The bread is better, Italian herbs and cheese, and I feel like that just puts it over the top for me. And it has better flavor when they get done with it, and they have like more sauces that you can choose from to put on there too. Jersey Mike's, I've actually never had it. Five Gas, I've actually never been there, but my granddad once told me that he went in there, had a burger with my uncle. They say it was really good, but they say once that they got done with the meal, they felt they got hit over the head because it cost so much. But it was good, so they say that it was actually worth it. But I can't put a ranking on it because I've never eaten it before. In-N-Out Burger. We don't have that on the East Coast. I'm pretty sure. I think that's a West Coast thing. So I've never had it before. Jack in the Box, same thing. I think that's a West Coast thing. I've never had it before. Jimmy John's, I've never had it. Just like Jersey Mike's. Jollibee, never had it. I've never even seen one. Don't even know if it's on the East Coast. It doesn't sound that great to me, but maybe it is good. KFC's next. So KFC, I feel like their chicken is up there with Church's. Their biscuits are a step below. They're not as like moist, but it's still pretty good. Their sides are a step below Church's too. So I'd probably go. Oh, but their sweet tea is amazing. I'd probably only go to C tier. I can't put on the same level as Church's because Church's is just something different. Popeyes. So their chicken is really good. It's probably up there with Church's, but I'm not a big fan of their chicken sandwich. I've had it a few times. I've had the spicy one and then I've had the regular one. I feel like Popeyes is probably a little bit below Church's, but their dirty rice, their mac and cheese, their fries, their biscuits, you'll choke on it and die. Disclaimer warning, it's horrible. You gotta have some sweet tea or some water or something with it. So I'd probably put it, I don't know. I'll put it on B tier with Church's, but just know it is not on the par of Church's. So it's like a B tier. Church's is like B1 and Popeyes is like B2. Little Caesars, it's good. I feel like since they paired up with the NFL, it's kind of went down. It's not as good, which I don't know why. Little Caesars used to be one of my favorite places to eat with pizza wise, but I feel like it's like declining slowly and the prices are actually going up. So I'd probably put it C tier. Long John Slivers. That's what I call it. It is horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. This is gonna be the first F tier. It just is like slimy. Well, the first time I ever ate it, it was slimy. I don't like fish. They didn't make me like fish. They kind of made me not like fish, honestly. And I don't know. I don't like anything they have there. It's not good at all. So that's definitely going on the F tier. McDonald's, I love their McChicken. Their McChicken, to me personally, this is going to be controversial, but their McChicken is better than the Chick-fil-A sandwiches, which that's going to be crazy for some people to hear. But me personally, I love their McChickens. That's my favorite chicken sandwich in the whole world. I love their sweet tea. It's probably some of the best sweet tea other than my granny sweet tea. Hers was amazing. My grandma's too. Those two were on par. Those are McDonald's, but my granny and grandma's sweet tea are above it. But McDonald's fast food wise has the best sweet tea, has the best chicken sandwich. Their fries, I'm not a big fan of. Their machines are always down, so you can't get no ice cream. You can't get any McFlurry. So I'd probably have to put McDonald's. Oh yeah, and another thing too, I do not like their Big Mac that much. It's overrated, I think personally. It's not that good. I will eat it if like that's the only thing that I have in that moment. If somebody offered it to me, but I wouldn't like go out of my way to go and get one. So I'd probably put McDonald's just because of their McChicken and sweet tea are probably my most favorite things of any fast food. I'm not going to put it too low. I'm gonna actually put it C tier. Noodles Company. I can't rank it because I've never eaten it before. Panda Express. I'd put Panda Express probably somewhere. I like their chicken. Their lo mein is good. I usually get the lo mein except for rice. That's pretty much the only place that I ever do that at is Panda Express. When it's done right. Like you gotta kind of like look at it to see if it's still fresh and like if it's not dry. If it's dry, scratch it. But if it's done right, which most of the time it is, I'd probably put Panda Express B tier. Panera Bread. My sister eats it a lot. She says she loves it, but she's kind of like a old head. She's got an old soul, so she eats soup and stuff like that, and I just don't. If I'm gonna make me a sandwich, I'm gonna make it at home. I'm not gonna go to Panera Bread to get one. I'll put that to never had because I've just never had it. Papa John's. Ever since like a few years ago, it started to decline in the quality of pizza. Me personally, I think it tastes like cardboard. Actual like crust and the actual pizza itself. The toppings are good, but other than that, I really don't like it at all. So I'd put Papa John's at B tier. PDQ, never had it. Penn Station East Coast subs, never had it either. Pizza Hut is really good. I like Pizza Hut. That's probably my second favorite pizza place to eat at. Again, I don't really eat it that much, but when I do eat it, it's really, really good. I like their signature garlic sauce that they spread on the crust. So I'd probably put it. Where is Domino's? Domino's is B tier. I'd put Pizza Hut probably C tier. I've never had this before. Potbelly, never had that before either. Qdoba, never had it. Quiznos, never had it. Roy Rogers, never had it. Barrio, never had it. Never had this either, so. Shake Shack, I want to try it one day so bad, but I'm pretty sure it's a West Coast thing. So one day when I go to like California, maybe to like visit and things, people hype it up over there a lot. So whenever I do go out there, I'll try it, and one day I might make a video about it. But for right now, I've never had it, so I can't really rank it. Sheets, I've never had that. Skyline, never had it. Sonic, okay, so Sonic, I have a dilemma. So Sonic is basically a place where it's got a bunch of things you can make at your house, but it's a little bit overpriced. It's still good, but I can make it at my house. It's not nothing special, but it is good. It used to be cheaper back then, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, but since then it's like it's just only went up, and it's stuff that I can make at home. So personally, I don't go there a lot. I pretty much never go there anymore. I haven't been there in probably like 3 years since maybe me and my mom went. So I put Sonic like C tier. Steak and Shake. I've had that one time in my whole life, and I'd probably rank it. It was pretty good, and I got a shake from there. I think it was a peanut butter shake. I'd probably rank it around. Their steak burgers are good. Their fries are really good too. I'd probably rank this B tier. I've never had this. Taco Bell is good, but you will be shitting. So if you like it, cool. But I try to stay away from it as much as I can because it'll have you shitting all day. Taco Bell itself, I'd probably put it C tier. Never had this. Never had this. Waffle House, I almost never go there because I feel like it's a little bit overhyped, and it's good, but I think people overhype it way too much. I would rather go to Waffle House than Denny's and IHOP. I'd almost never go there. The only times that I really ever went there is when I go with my friends. And when I went there for like one of the first times with my friends, probably like maybe the second or third time I've ever ate it. It was pretty good, and we had a pretty good time because it was after our last game of the season of my senior year of soccer. It was pretty decent, but I definitely put it C tier. I've never had this. Wendy's. I love Wendy's. I think Wendy's is good. Their breakfast is probably the best breakfast out there. I love all of their sandwiches. The breakfast baconator is off the chain, man. It's just amazing. If I could have it every day in the morning, I would. The Baconator burger is good. Their spicy nuggets is good. Their fries are good. Their sweet tea is decent. Their Dr. Pepper there is really good. So I'd probably put this A tier, honestly. It's really, really good. Whataburger. I had that while I was in Florida visiting my family. Their burger is better than Burger King. Their fries, I mean, they're good, but they're not like out this world good. But pretty much every time I go there, I just get a burger, and the burgers are freaking big. So that's pretty much all I eat, and maybe like a drink. Maybe the fries aren't really that important to me. Whataburger, I'd probably put it B tier. White Castle, I do not eat it. Like, I've never had it. I don't think I ever will eat it because I don't like crystals. Never had this. Never had this. Wingstop. A crazy thing about Wingstop. I don't know how everybody else has seen a Wingstop, but in my entire life, I have never seen a Wingstop in person or heard about people eating it. I've never seen it. Never laid my eyes on it. I don't know what it tastes like. I'm gonna find it one day and I'm gonna eat it. But like I love wings, but I've never laid my eyes on a Wingstop ever, and it's weird. But one day I just gotta put it in navigation and go and eat it one day, and then hopefully we'll see what the hype is about. Everybody raves about their ranch, and I like ranch too, but I'll probably see what their wings are like one day. And Zaxby's our last one. I feel like Zaxby's is really good, but I only eat like two things from there. I usually eat the boneless wings and things meal, and I get either sweet and spicy, tongue torch, or insane. Which insane is really really hot, but sometimes I like to eat the hotter things. Nuclear, now that's on a different level. I tried that one time at a soccer game when I was at Jackson, and it just, man, it was a bad idea to do it before a soccer game, to get it that hot of a wing, and man, it tore me up. But it was a good thing that I ate it like 2 or 3 hours before the match, so I was good by the time the game started. But yeah, I'll never do that again. But Zaxby's, they got good fries, they got good tenders, they got good wings. The wing sauces, they have a good variety of them. They just brought the milkshakes back, so those are good too. But if I had to rank it, I'd probably rank Zaxby's on a. It's above Popeyes and Churches and all those other places. I'd have to put it A tier. It's really good, and their sweet tea is amazing. So this is my rankings. If y'all have any comments on how I ranked it, or how y'all might rank it, or y'all's opinion on where I went too high, where I went too low, and if y'all have a opinion on anything that I've never had before that I probably should go and try, y'all can comment down below and leave a like, subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy the video of the rankings.